it is 9 p.m. in RTD. It's time to English New Edition. For tonight headlines, we have the RTD's digital terrestrial television is now available in the whole area. For the national scene, Israeli airstrikes continues despite Donald Trump's announcement. Welcome to our newsroom. The Minister of Economy and Finance responsible for industry, Ilyas Musa Dawale, received a high-level Italian delegation today in his office. The delegation was led by the Italian Minister of Higher Education and Research, Anna Maria Bernini, and included the Italian ambassador to Djibouti. This meeting follows the recent official visit by the Djiboutian minister to Italy, which has strengthened the bilateral dialogue and opened new avenue for cooperation between the two countries. Discussion is focused on developing partnership in higher education, scientific research, renewable energy, and agri-tech. The two sides also discuss ways to promote academic exchanges, technology transfer, and the implementations of joint projects to support economic and human development. Minister Ilyas Musa Dawale praised the excellent relations of friendship between Djibouti and Italy, reaffirming the Djiboutian government's commitment to strengthening this cooperation in strategic sector. For her part, Minister Anna Maria Bernini expressed her country's commitment to supporting Djibouti in strengthening its capacity in higher education, research, and innovation. So this visit reflects the positive momentums in relations between Djibouti and Italy and the shared desire of both countries to develop lasting partnership for the benefit of their peoples. The Minister of Finance praised the excellent historical relations between Djibouti and Italy. He emphasized that this visit had highlighted the quality of exchange between the two countries.
It might be very interesting for us, for the two of us, to share our competences on agriculture in dry environments, smart cultures, as you said, predictive irrigation. Also, according to some common problems that we have that deal with water and energy scarcity, maybe genetics or genomics on salt-tolerant varieties, species, and also reuse of water and water management in general. About the sea, there are two aspects that we might share and implement together. The first one is aquaculture, marine aquaculture. You have such a excellent quality of coastal waters, much better than Europe and other parts of the world. The idea is to share the competences and the skills to do together, to create together a research, a supply chain to conserve the products, for the fishing. And to give you the opportunity, you told me about the difficulties and the costs of imported goods. To create your own productions, and especially to preserve your own productions, and to create a supply chain. That's the idea, I guess. And we are ready to do so, both through our national center, but all our research centers deal with those topics, especially, I would say, two research centers, the agri-tech one in Naples and the biodiversity one in
The Minister of Finance congratulated the Italian ministers on her visit to Djibouti. Listen for more details.
Thanks to you and to the government of Italy and to His Excellency Ambassador for the great arrangement there in Roma. We were very much impressed on the level of welcoming and disposition in terms of our number one subject for which we went there. Djibouti and Italy shares a long-standing story. We have a couple of places. I hope you had a chance to. We have a Venice Road in the city. We have Italian bridge, call it Le Pont Italien, and we have Italian bird in the port. And so far, we are very much happy because of course, the most important one, Italian hospital. It's is the second largest public hospital in Djibouti. Balbala, yes. And in Roma, I discovered a young, sharp Italo-Djiboutian, born from that cooperation in Balbala Hospital.
Really?
Umberto. She is a Djiboutian mother and an Italian doctor father.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, and she is in the international organizations, thanks to Dr. Umberto, who introduced it to me. And so we believe we have a lot more to do together. And we had a chance to also interact with MEDOR, with so many people interested in Djibouti, and specifically at this point of time when you look at the geopolitical challenges. And we signed an MOU in order to build capacity and training program for specialists on undersea critical infrastructure. And we look forward to implement your visit today. We believe will enhance that growing cooperation and extending to the research as well as to different interaction in the academics. And we, as I expressed it last time during our visit in Roma,
Radwan Abdullahi Bahadon, Minister of Agriculture, Water, Fishery, Livestock and Marine Resources, received this morning in his office a delegation led by Her Excellency Ms. Anna Maria Bernini, Italian Minister of Higher Education and Research. This meeting is part of ongoing effort to strengthen cooperation between the Republic of Djibouti and the Italian Republic, particularly in the areas of scientific research, innovation, sustainable management of natural resources, agriculture, water, and skills development. The two ministers discussed prospects for collaboration between Djibouti and Italian institutions, emphasizing the development of applied research project, capacity building, and the promotions of academic and scientific partnership to support sustainable development. Following the meeting, both parties reaffirmed their shared commitment to consolidating this strategic cooperation and promoting initiatives that will bring mutual benefit for both countries. Umar Abdi Said, the acting Minister of Defense, represented His Excellency Ismail Omar Gelle, President of the Republic and Head of Government at the Extraordinary Summit of Troop and Police Contributing Countries to the African Union Support and Stabilization Missions in Somalia, held on July 31, 2026 in Kampala, Republic of Uganda, bringing together the head of state and government of the contributing countries as well as senior officials of the African Unions. This summit focused on the future of ISOM, the security transitions in Somalia, and the conditions necessary for the effective continuations of the mission. Speaking on behalf of the President of the Republic, the Acting Minister of Defense conveyed to the President of the Republic of Uganda, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the fraternal greetings of the head of state of Djibouti and his thanks for the warm welcomes extended to the various delegations. In his address, His Excellency Omar Abdi Said emphasized the strategic importance of the summit's work. The minister also paid tribute to the women and men who have served in the various African Union missions deployed in Somalia since 2007. The promise made to the people of Holhol has now been fulfilled. The locality is fully benefiting from the radio, television's digital terrestrial television's package offering residents access to higher quality television with clear pictures and optimal sounds. This major advancement is the result of the commitment of the RCD, who promptly responded to the concerns expressed by the residents of this locality in the Al Sabah region. Is to fulfill this commitment, the RTD's general managers dispatched a team of specialized technicians led by the technical directors Abdurrahman Muhammad Yahya to the area. They installed state-of-the-art equipment designated to strengthen the DTT signal coverage. Thanks to this new equipment, the residents of Holhol as well as those of the neighboring localities of Benijog can now watch these programs with excellent receptions. On this occasion, our correspondent in Al Sabah region visited several homes in Holhol to gather residents' impressions. Those interviewed unanimously expressed their great satisfaction with this long-awaited improvement. Residents emphasized that this modernization allows them to more easily follow national news, educational, cultural, religious, and sport programs broadcast by RTD, thus contributing to better access to information and strengthening the bond between citizens and national institutions. During the interviews, the residents expressed their sincere gratitude to the President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Omar Gelle, for his unwavering commitment to developing communication infrastructure throughout the countries. In connection with this operation, the technical director of RTD, Abdurrahman Muhammad Yahya, explained in an interview with our correspondent in the regions that the newly installed equipment is a state-of-art, specifically designated to meet the growing needs of the populations for audio-visual broadcasting. The technical director also reaffirmed the commitment of the RTD General Directorate to continue modernizing the institution's infrastructure in order to guarantee all citizens, including those in the most remote areas of the country, equitable access to a modern, efficient, and high-quality public television services. For his part, the sub-prefect of the Holhols has indicated that these new installations guarantee more stable receptions as well as significantly improved pictures and sound quality. From now on, viewers in Holhol and Benijog will be able to watch all 6 RTD digital terrestrial television channels in excellent conditions with optimal quality, he emphasized. As part of the ongoing fight against crimes and urban insecurity, the National Gendarmerie successfully conducted a large-scale operations that dismantled a structured networks involving in thief and receiving stolen goods on Wednesday, July 29, 2026, at approximately 8 e.m. Gendarmes from the Brigade of the Districts 6 and 7 apprehended an individual wanted for a series of extortions in the act of attempting to assault a passerby in the Djibouti housing complex. The investigations and integrations of the suspect quickly led to the identifications of his accomplices. The individuals confessed to the crimes and identified as first receivers of stolen goods operating at the real market. The immediate arrest of the latter led investigators to the second receivers of stolen goods, a merchant based in the Al-Hiba district, on Thursday, July 30, 2026 at 8 e.m. A targeted operations resulted in the arrest of the merchant and 2 additional accomplices. A subsequent searches of his business premises uncovered and suitcases containing a significant quantity of contraband. The overall tally of the materials and financial seizures is as follows: 83 mobile phones of various origins, 385,000 of Djiboutian francs in cash, and 214,000 Ethiopian birr. All of the seized goods were placed under seals on Sunday, August 2, 2026. At the end of their detention, the 5 individuals involved were brought before the public prosecutor. Following their appearance before the prosecutor, the individuals involved were remanded in custody and imprisoned in the Gabot civil prisons. The National Gendarmerie reaffirms its absolute commitment to ensuring the protections of the population and their property. Its unit remains fully operational 24 hours by 7. For any report or emergency, the public is asked to contact the toll-free number 116 or send a message via WhatsApp to 77-218-218. For the international scene, Ghana makes a successful start to the Women's African Cup of Nations Morocco 2026 with a convincing victories against Cape Verde. Ghana made a perfect start to their campaign at the Women's African Cup of Nations Morocco 2026 with a 2-0 wins over Cape Verde in their opening Group D match. This victory gives the Black Queens their first 3 points and an ideal start to the competition. So the Ghanaian quickly took control of the match, imposing their rhythms from the opening minutes. Their dominance resulted in 2 goals, allowing them to build a comfortable lead and manage the remainders of the games with ease. Donald Trump claims to have called off a large-scale attacks against Iran and is banking on agreement concerning the Strait of Hormuz and nuclear issues. U.S. President Donald Trump stated that he has abandoned a large-scale military attacks against Iran after receiving, according to him, requests from several allies as well as from Tehran for a pause in order to prioritize the diplomatic routes. Speaking about the involving tensions between Washington and Tehran, Donald Trump indicated that this decision is aimed to give negotiations a chance, believing that the escalations could pave the way for progress on several sensitive issues. The U.S. President stated that he expected agreements to be reached regarding to the reopening of the Strait of Hormuz, a strategic waterway for global oil or gas transport. Israeli strikes continues in Gaza for a second day despite Trump's announcement of progress towards ceasefire implementation. Israeli airstrikes targeted the Gaza Strip for a second consecutive day despite U.S. President Donald Trump's announcement that breakthroughs had been achieved in effort to implement the ceasefire agreement reached last year. According to available information, several raids hit different areas of the Palestinian enclave while military operations continue on the ground. These new waves of bombings come as diplomatic efforts intensify to restore the trust and promote the implementations of the ceasefire agreement. Donald Trump stated that the significant progress had been made in discussions with the various parties involved, believing that negotiations were moving towards a resumption of the agreement's implementation. And this is it for the news. Thanks for watching us. Have a good evening.